hey, this is a big night for me. First night in charge. RBK does no longer have any power over the wrestling operation in CWA. I'm really excited about this.
Tony Taylor!
I'm going to have to call you back. Hang on.
My guy. What's going on, man?
Hey, how are you?
Last week went great, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I told you I'd hold up my end of the bargain. I eliminated RBK and that.
That's true.
I don't know what to call him yet because I know if you're still trying to do that whole suing thing, I don't want to get sued. But I know I'm not a Tony Taylor guy, so you probably don't, I'm not trying to waste time with you, but I just wanted to come make sure I'm still going to get my end of the bargain.
No, absolutely. We had a discussion.
Yep.
You were definitely one of the men I was looking for my team. It went very well.
It did.
Better than I could have ever imagined. So I'm a man of my word. I'm not like the previous leadership here. I'm gonna hold up my end of the bargain. You'll see a little bit later tonight. All right? Don't worry. But I do need one last thing from you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Juan Loco here to welcome you to 2015 and our first edition of CWA Extreme. We are 1 week removed from CWA End of Days 2014. And let me tell you, it was quite the upset. We saw not one, but two upsets here in the CWA. First of all, we saw Matt Wild captain a team for the second year in a row. However, he fell victim to former friend and new voice of the entity, Greg Knight. Not only that, we're going to move on to the main event. That was Team RBK versus Team Taylor. And I got to tell you, to my right, Reginald Beast of Beard Kane, he is not a happy camper.
Well, you're absolutely right, Juan. It was not a good night for me. However, I'm a man of my word. Tony Taylor is in charge here tonight. And he's here.
You're absolutely right. Tony Taylor is in charge, and he's going to speak to the universe right now.
Great.
Tony was very adamant about opening the show tonight, RBK, and very adamant that you stay up here. It says right here in my notes.
Yeah, but I'm still CEO. Don't forget about that.
RBK, we all know you're still CEO. However, according to the match stat, well, actually, look, as you notice, Darren Stryker not here tonight. I wonder if he couldn't afford him for tonight. You know, he's been labeled as CWA's mercenary for hire.
Yeah.
And he is in Tony Taylor's pocket, but he is not here tonight.
Yeah.
As I was saying, Tony very adamant about speaking to everybody right now and letting everybody know what's to come here in the CWA. He is in charge of the CWA weekly events when he is in attendance. Is that right, RBK?
Yes. You know what? And I'd like to see how he does. I like to see how he does when superstars complain to his butt, so that he gets a taste of what I go through. Hopefully.
Well, they are not here. They are not happy to see Team Taylor.
I know they're not.
Are we still calling them that?
Team Taylor's fine.
Welcome to the first CWA Extreme.
They don't even want to hear from him. Wow.
Two ways. You can never trust Matt holding a Slurpee. Don't put the video all night. Wow.
Tony hates when his time's wasted. I'll tell you that.
This is the beginning of a new era. At CWA End of Days, as I promised, Team Taylor came out on top. That's what she said. You really want to tell you to change the fact that that happened. He's still your CEO. You can celebrate that, I guess. Okay. However, as far as matchmaking goes, as far as wrestling decisions go, you are looking at the new CWA Director of Wrestling Operations, Tony Taylor.
Oh, so that's what he's calling himself.
I'm here to prove to you this is a good thing. This is going to be the dawning of a great era for the CWA. Tonight, here's what I got for you tonight. General Joe is going to be in action tonight. Your internet champion, your new internet champion. Enigma's going to be in action tonight.
Yes! I'm an Enigma fan. Me too! Good!
Of course, as I mentioned, Team Taylor is still one man short. That would be Darren Stryker. He was the sole survivor last week in the main event, pinning our CWA champion, Chi-Town Legend. Yes. Can you believe that, RBK?
A bit in disbelief, but he did it.
In tonight's main event, this man, the powerhouse of Team Taylor, Jeff Steeple, is going to get his hands on our CEO and RBK and Jeff Steeples.
What?
The main event.
Wow, that's big news there, RBK.
For that.
But technically, could he make that match?
He can. He can.
In addition to that, in 2 weeks' time, your so-called Cruiserweight champion, Chi-Town Legend, is not here tonight. He apparently has some kind of neck injury after the beating he took last week.
That is true. Darren Stryker responsible for that, taking out our CWA champion.
The final strike he took from Darren Stryker. He's not here. He'll be here in 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, Chi-Town Legend will be defending that title against this man, Jeff the Machine Gun Steeples.
Wow, now that's some big news right there.
Wait a minute. Something's not right here. And I know it.
Because we are going to have a new CWA champion. Send me an email.
Wait a minute. Perhaps he feels he owes Steeples something.
Yeah.
I don't know. They had a nice talk a few weeks back in the back. We don't know exactly what that talk pertained to.
That is going to be, that's my philosophy as the director. Let's start right now in our first match of the evening. And Lethal, the Eruption Battle Royal winner last year, is going to be facing one of the biggest, one of the baddest members of the CWA roster to kick off the show.
You can't do that. You got a softball game to go to. What is that? Got a softball game.
What the hell is this? Biggest, baddest wrestlers on the CWA roster. Riley O'Doyle.
No, I can't stay up here, Juan.
RBK, come on, don't leave me up here by myself. What the hell is this? What kind of a mockery is this? Riley O'Doyle. Give me a break. Like, I don't like the guy, but this is just making a complete mockery of him. Like I said, I really don't like Riley O'Doyle, but I don't know. This is ridiculous.
O'Doyle, I got a feeling we wrote family around down, but for now, I gotta study.
For those of you over the age of 17, you'll get that. And that's going to be the start of our match. Riley O'Doyle versus Lethal in the opening match. I can't even believe I'm commentating this. Well, Tony Taylor's saying he's going to make some change here in the CWA. That change is going to start tonight. And I assume it's with this opening matchup here. Riley O'Doyle. I don't even know how to call this. Right, Lethal with a reverse neck breaker on Riley O'Doyle.
Hey, Senor Loco, how we doing?
We're doing fine. Can you explain to me what's going on here?
This is a challenge for Lethal. As a challenge for Riley O'Doyle. I think he's not been recognized as a true talent here in the CWA. RBK did not see his true potential. I do, and so I'm giving him a match against one of the best.
And
he's got.
What potential would that be?
He's great at sleeping.
The potential to lose?
You never know until you give a guy a chance, Loco.
So, I did happen to mention that you're planning on starting off the 2015 season with a lot of change. I'm assuming this is part of that change. I don't know how this is going to sit with a lot of people as Lethal kicks Riley O'Doyle in the face.
If I was Riley O'Doyle, this is a step in the right direction for him. Lethal just took a step in the side of his head, but whatever.
Well, I do like how you had your cronies leave ringside there. I do want to make.
It's fair. I said fair and professional.
So I have a question. Where's Darren Stryker? Where's the man that pinned the man who is our CWA champion?
As he's proven in the past, he doesn't need to be here week in, week out to make statements. Don't you worry where Darren Stryker is.
Got a point there. As Riley O'Doyle levels Lethal with a clothesline, and now Lethal taking it to the outside, trying to get a breather.
No, but you're absolutely right about Darren Stryker. He was the the man at end of days. There was no ring rust. He was on his A game, and he pinned the CWA champion. That's something that's not going to go unnoticed.
Well, that's one of the qualities that Darren Stryker definitely possesses here at the CWA. He's one of those guys who does only come back here and there, but he does make a statement when he is here.
That sounds pretty familiar.
Where's your PGA t-shirt?
Oh, yeah, me.
Yeah, well, you know, there's times where you didn't make quite the statement.
I'm pretty sure anytime I'm here I make a statement if they would actually let me talk.
Maximum carnage. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Sorry, Tony, you have to give me credit. I do like to annoy and argue with every single person that sits up here, because I'm stuck up here.
I can respect that. You do a great job up here, and you were never appreciated as the commentator you are.
Oh, well, really?
See, it's a time for change, Loco.
I was afraid I was going to get fired like Little T. Oh, God.
We're a little low on commentators.
Oh, God, Lethal. Oh, kicks him in the side of the head. You heard the smack.
That was very impressive.
Wait a second.
Oh, what the? What's he doing down there?
RBK grabbing Lethal's bat.
Come on, he's not supposed to have any power here. Come on.
Wait a minute, what is he, RBK getting into it with Lethal?
He laughed at his ego.
Wait a second, RBK and Lethal, he doesn't see O'Doyle behind him.
No.
Oh, he clotheslines Lethal.
Shit.
Wait a second.
Start the match. Oh.
What? Riley O'Doyle just pinned Lethal? Are you kidding me? Riley, I gotta say that again. Riley O'Doyle and Lethal's pissed off at the referee. Tony Taylor, weren't you just saying bullshit?
That is bullshit about RBK.
Perhaps RBK's giving Lethal a little taste of his own medicine there.
What is he doing out there?
I don't know, maybe you should take that up with him. But let me just say this again. Riley O'Doyle just pinned a Tony Taylor guy. Riley O'Doyle.
I said he had potential, but he needed help.
Well, he had the potential to pin Lethal tonight, I'll give you that right now.
He needed some assistance.
Wow. I cannot believe that. How are you not living right now?
I'm living, Loco.
Oh my God. Not starting off the 2015 season. Not starting off the 2015 season really good, are you there, Tony?
No, absolutely not. Here's another guy I think's got some potential.
Hellraiser, one of the members on Team Wild last week. Of course, Team Wild did fall victim to the Dark Entity.
As most do. I told you it was an action tonight.
Yeah, well, I guess this is going to be the start of what will be our internet title match of the night.
No, non-title.
Non-title.
Non-title, Loco.
I thought you said that.
There is a title match. He's in action. The internet champion's in action. Sorry. I had to talk fast to get my words in between all the appreciation that the fans have for the new leadership.
Well, of course, Enigma, off of that weird stipulation we saw last week, if anybody pinned Franklin Colt, which Enigma did, we would see a new internet champion. Of course, Enigma ending Franklin Colt's streak, the longest streak in CWA history for the internet championship. We also saw Night Terror, however, drop the Second City title to Cornfed Kenny in another upset.
And I'm going to get to that in a second, the Second City title. I have something to say.
Oh, I'm sure you do. You got to lay out all your cards now while you're here.
Enigma, the internet champion.
Got Crow following short behind him.
Non-title, I just want to clarify, non-title match.
Well, that's
opportunity here for Hellraiser, though, to get an internet title picture.
It's a good thing you clarified that, because I swear to God, I thought you said we were going to have a title match tonight. But anyway,
we are going to have a title match tonight. I said we're going to get to that. You know, I said I'm going to be fair and professional. Someone who has not received his rematch for a belt he lost unfairly, in my opinion as well, under RBK's leadership, is Matt Wild. So Matt Wild tonight will be facing a member of his own team from last week. And that's the new Second City champion. Corn-fed Kenny's gonna be putting that belt on the line tonight.
Well, that's
against Matt Wild.
That's some big news. Generally, we don't see a championship match
Hey.
so shortly after a main event, and we are tonight, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to your new director. What did you say? Director of
Wrestling operations.
Wrestling operations, Tony the Man Taylor. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're giving everybody a shot.
What did I say? I'm a man of my word. What are you not realizing? Look at the opportunity Riley O'Doyle just had that thanks to RBK.
Tony, I've never doubted you. Let me just clarify that right now.
That's cute. Thanks for sucking up.
Well, I don't call.
Well, Crow getting involved there. We missed that there, Loco.
You call it sucking up. I call it appreciating your boss.
All right.
Oh my God! As Hellraiser takes a face full of ass there from Enigma. I wonder if Enigma's ass smells. I guess that would be an enigma. And he goes for it again, and Hellraiser takes it like a champ.
I just want to know, now that I'm in charge, I'm actually going to make sure that there's an asterisk in the record book for that last match. I mean, we should have restarted, actually.
Well, really? Can you do that?
RBK's interference, not okay.
What about all the other interference from before?
RBK did not, he doesn't need to be out there. That's not his space anymore. Although later tonight he will be out there when Jeff Steeples gives him what he's got coming.
Well, he was definitely not surprised. He was quite shocked, in fact, when you named him as a participant in the main event tonight.
Oh, good. He should have been shocked. The guy needs to participate a little bit more around here. He says he's so great in the ring.
Vintage Hellraiser taking it to the back of Enigma with those kicks. And now that basement clothesline takes him down for hopefully a 3 count here. We got only a 2 count.
Close, though.
Could have had a potential #1 contender for that title.
Absolutely. Well, obviously we see Crow at ringside. We do not see Sin, because Sin, as we saw last week at the end of days, is keeping guard or watch over Michael Andrews.
See, I knew you were still upset about Maximum Carnage. I knew it. Anyway, yes.
It crosses my mind from time to time, yes.
I'm still trying
to lose.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell is Greg Knight's problem releasing these weird videos and what the hell they're doing to Michael Andrews.
Well, it appears from what I could tell that they're trying to get him on the wagon, off the wagon. I never understood which one it is.
I don't know what they're doing, but I don't know what Hellraiser and Enigma are doing here, but after that neck breaker, Enigma was almost pinned 3 count there. I think what they're trying to do is keep him not nice and docile so he's easy enough to move around. But then again, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is those guys don't look like they get girlfriends much, so perhaps they're, maybe we can call it rape. Oh, God! And Hellraiser just ate the heel of Enigma's boot, and he goes down.
Well, the Dark Entity is something that I'm going to have to keep an eye on. I said that RBK did not know what he was doing, especially when it came to the Dark Entity. When he appointed Greg Knight as commissioner, he proved that even further. So, in my role, in my capacity, I need to definitely, they're a force to be reckoned with, Loco. Oh, big splash there for the Internet Champ.
You got a point there. They're one of those groups that, they're kind of looked at as not being a potential threat, but I seriously think that that's something you should concern yourself with here in the 2015 season.
They're being overlooked currently. And we got to be careful of that. So I said General Joe's in action tonight. The crowd actually seemed to, at least like that from what I could tell. Our main event, Steeples and RBK, and like I said, a Second City title match.
That's, what? It's quite the card, except for one thing, Tony.
What's that?
I'm not involved.
Well, there's a few reasons for that. I'd rather not get into right now on the air. We talked about this already.
Well, I think that you should just let all my fans know what the problem is so that I can correct this.
Well, we're low on commentators, so we need you up here, Loco.
I guess you got a point.
I'm doing an evaluation of talent from everyone from our awful officiating to our camera work to our announce booth.
So who's getting fired?
Well, I don't know, but when I get to say those words, it's going to be awesome.
Please say Torres Clark.
He still works here?
I've seen him lingering around the back.
Don't even know who that is.
Oh, God! Kick to the face of Hellraiser. It is kind of easy to do announcing, and you don't get pinned much up here, so I guess that's good. Everybody kind of leaves me alone. Except for that Dan Dangerous guy. He's kind of getting grab happy up here.
We got Hellraiser down right by Crow. The ref's got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep an eye on that Crow character. He's a weird one.
Well, as you said earlier,
I heard he eats his own poop.
Earlier, Loco, Enigma pinned Franklin Colt, who I've been told will be out of action for a little while due to the injuries. He took a beating.
Did you even see what happened to him?
He went into a concrete wall.
They beat him within an inch of his life. Hellraiser into the corner here, the front right corner. Enigma, this is the splash. This might be the opening Hellraiser needs.
Something else I need to address, but what's Hellraiser got set up here?
Oh, God!
Big midair tackle.
Collision. We're going to call it a collision.
Oh, close there. Hellraiser's had a few close calls here.
Well, Hellraiser's definitely showing
that potential I discussed.
Right, exactly. 2015 could be quite the season for him.
Well, something I do want to address was the returning Vincent Valhalla. I got to be honest, that came out of nowhere.
Midsection shoulder tackle there by Enigma. Sorry.
No, you're good. I didn't see that one coming. But, you know, he had his theme music. He did the Event Horizon. From what my lawyers are being told is RBK pulled some strings, and Vincent Valhalla will be able to return to using his ring name, his theme music, his finishing move. I don't know how far he's going to get here in the CWA without any kind of leadership or guidance, because that guy's not that bright.
Well, Enigma taking down Hellraiser.
Oh, that's got to be it. That is it. It's Enigma, victorious.
And the internet champion reigns supreme tonight here over Hellraiser. You know, maybe Tony, perhaps you forgot to sign a sheet of paper or something in that court documents. I do that all the time.
There's a lot of small print I may have missed, absolutely. I just can't believe I got outsmarted by the Jaguar.
You know, my light bill got turned off they shut off my electric 5 times last year. It's like you forget to sign the check.
Enigma victorious. Hellraiser impressive, but it doesn't matter. Enigma's the one having his arm raised.
Well, Enigma's already proved since he's been here in such a short time, he has one horse to be reckoning with. We're gonna get on with our next match. We're gonna bring out, I guess you can call him a newcomer or a coming backer or
Newly signed talent.
newest full-timer.
The last wrestling move RBK made before he lost his power. Signing Mikey.
That was a wrestling
CWA contract.
Well, Mikey's a good guy. I think he's got a lot of potential.
He's got to keep a microphone out of his hand.
Yeah. Well, he's taking on former MWA teammate General Joe here tonight. A little confusion about Mikey. We don't really know where he stands. I mean, it seems like he has a problem with everybody.
He's a mystery, that's for sure. I told you he was in action. I gotta give the people what they want. They love this guy for some reason.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm looking forward to this because I have a feeling it's going to be a great match. General Joe, former 2-time CWA champion, kind of fallen into a little slump as of lately. He was on the losing team last week, member of Team RBK.
When I'm coming to town, you'd be wise to leave. Cause I got guns swinging variety. Hit you on the trigger and I'm running from the law. And you'll never be faster when it comes to quick draws. So you better watch your back till you feel a beat. Can't move too fast cause my horse is drunk. My back's on my head.
Well, as I said, Loco, I promised the people General Joe. I mean, he was on the losing end at end of days. But, I mean, he's a valued member of the CWA roster, former CWA champion.
2-time, actually, yes.
You can count. Good job.
I've been able to count since I was 14. Come on, give me a break. 2-time CWA champion, CWA tag team champion.
The guy's resume speaks for itself. He's very innovative in that ring. Oh, God, down goes Mikey.
There's got to be a little bit of tension here. I mean, these guys have had their problems in the past. There's a lot of history here in this ring.
Absolutely.
Quite a bit of hair in this ring.
Well, that's why I put these two out there. I want to see what they can do.
I think they get their hair done at the same place too. Elbows to the face from Mikey. You know those gotta hurt. And a shoulder tackle to Joe for Mikey. Now Joe is down and Mikey is on the offense.
You're special.
Joe a little concerned as to how Mikey, a man who only stands about 5'4", can take him off his feet. Joe closing in at about 6'1". Another tie up in the middle of the ring here. Needed the midsection. And now Joe using the corner to his advantage. I don't know how long Corey's going to let this go on for. Oh, Northern Light suplex bridge. Only a 2 count. Good ring positioning here as Mikey is now being held against his will here by Joe. Something a man of his size is probably used to. Oh, okay. That hurts.
That's going to leave a mark.
Probably. You see how pale he is?
Well, again, I want to mention what I mentioned in the ring earlier. Jeff Steeples finally getting what he deserves, and that is a CWA title shot in 2 weeks, January 17th. Loco, be sure you mark your calendar. We're going to have a new champion.
Well, you know I'm going to be here for that. I'm probably going to be up here announcing it. I can't say that I'm not surprised, and I can't say that Steeples doesn't deserve it. So I'll give you that. But at the same time, he didn't need to whine about it for all this time. I guarantee he went right up to RBK and just asked.
You've whined about not getting rematches for the former U.S. title. Everyone gets upset. I'm giving Matt Wild his rematch he deserves tonight. Night Terror is going to have to get one eventually. Franklin Colt, they deserve their rematches. It's in their contract. I got to make sure it happens. That's my job, and RBK wasn't doing that.
General Joe connecting with Das Boot right there in the middle of the ring, taking Mikey down. That might be enough. Mikey's holding. That's enough to make his little heart stop.
So Chi-Town Legend says he's home nursing injuries.
Oh, God!
That was awesome. You need to be a defending champion. You need to be here defending that title. He says he's a fighting champion.
Well, I think in Chi-Town's, with all due respect, and in his defense, I think he's been here enough. I think he's defended enough.
You know, and I'll agree with you to a point where he started the end of days matchup, actually, the Survivor match, and lasted the entire time, although at the end he wasn't looking too good.
No, he was not. You know who was looking good, though, right off the bat? Vince Valhalla.
He was impressive. Not yet.
What the hell is this?
Oh, boy. Oh! Down goes Mikey.
And Mikey might be... he's either dead or he's gonna puke. Only a 2 count there as Mikey kicks out somehow.
Mikey himself might say his name wrong after that move.
I don't know, but he better swing for the General Joe standing in the middle because he's about to see 2 or 3 of them. A kick to the midsection. You know what? I wonder if Mikey gets like kidney failure after his matches because he just takes a beating out there.
Oh, he really does.
Oh no, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, he never saw that Mikey moved.
Well, he thought that Mikey was down and out. Oh boy, and now Mikey connects. Only a 2 count. While the crowd getting behind Mikey as he sits there and holds General Joe. It looks like a choke. Corey's not all over that, so perhaps not.
I mentioned the awful officiating. Although, you know, the officiating in the main event at End of Days, not too shabby.
You got a point there. He was spot on. In fact, he was even catching who the legal man was. I lost track of that.
He made sure the right team won, Loco.
Oh, so that's...
He knew what he was doing.
Ah. Oh, God! Reverse Hurricane Rana into a head spike.
I'm not sure who took the worst of that.
Broke his neck! Broke his neck! Broke his neck! Broke his neck!
Both still moving. Both still moving.
Well, as long as they're breathing. I don't think we got the 2015 waiver signed yet, though.
Yeah, right.
I don't even know if half of our roster can sign their own name.
Well, Lethal not looking too impressive like these two are right now. Lethal gave a beating to Riley O'Doyle, but in the end, Riley O'Doyle defeated Lethal.
Yeah, how's that sitting with you? Still hanging there like an old cheeseburger?
What is RBK doing out there? I don't understand why he's got to put his rather large everything in Lethal's business.
Well, you know, you're kind of always out there.
At ringside.
Well, RBK was at ringside. He didn't enter the ring.
His involvement cost Lethal the match. It's simple.
Okay.
We saw Enigma victorious a little while ago. Not non-title, but still looked impressive.
And Joe cradling Mikey like he's a baby?
That was cute.
But you wouldn't do that with a baby. Or maybe you would. Oh, God.
You're up there! Move your legs! Move your legs!
Mikey's showing signs of life here in the corner as the crowd cheers on, move your legs. So we now know that he is not paralyzed from the neck down as he stands up in the corner on his own, might I add. General Joe going for,
I don't know what he's going for. You never know what he's going for.
well, he has that unlimited arsenal.
I may need to hire some staff to survey the people in here for these shows.
As Joe's head bounces off the canvas here on that sit-down powerbomb by Mikey. Mikey covering him. Only a 2 count. Now Mikey arguing with the official over the illegal
That
things he's
Mikey's
doing.
wrong.
That's like dealing drugs right in front of a cop. Come on there, Corey. Mikey up top. Going for a double double stop.
General Joe victorious. I'm gonna go have a word with him.
All right, Tony. Good riddance. And General Joe capitalizing on the arrogance of Mikey, kicking that smile right off his face. Well, good for General Joe, 'cause I don't like Mikey. You can't trust a guy that's only 5'4". That's why nobody trusted Clayton Keg. Extending his hand. Tony Taylor out here again.
I said I was going to be fair and professional. Nothing against you. You chose the wrong side. Last week at End of Days, you chose the wrong team. Okay? Well, you're very impressed with that ring.
What?
I just don't think RBK challenged you enough. So,
Get the hell out of here.
hang on. So, I have a challenge for you. I know the kind of wrestler, the kind of ring you're on, you accept the challenge. You're not done this evening. That was a great match, great show, well done, nice win. But you're going to face this man next.
Oh, come on. The newest Tony Taylor guy, Wolf Cage, telling General Joe he's not done. And Joe doesn't look like he's in any shape to compete right now. But nonetheless, here comes your second to none case holder, Wolf Cage. Well, there's nothing like beating a little white guy and then getting in there with a big angry black guy. I don't know how fair this is. General Joe is hurt. There's something wrong there. Wait a minute, we're gonna start this one. Joe trying to outsmart. Oh God. Ah, but it looks like the smarter man in this opening contest here, well, the opening portion of this match, I should say, is Wolf Cage. Not falling for that. Wolf Cage up. Oh God, slamming him down. The power of Wolf Cage is unbelievable. You know he eats his vegetables, ladies and gentlemen. As he chokes General Joe right in front of the ref.
Let's go, ref.
He's got Joe by the throat, picking him up.
Let's go,
Now what kind of... Tony Taylor was just up here talking about how RBK interfered and cost... Oh God, oh my Lord. And Joe doesn't get up from this, I can't blame him. This is it. No! Wow, I gotta give it to Joe. He's got quite the resilience here. Lethal was... I'm sorry. Tony Taylor was just up here talking about how Lethal's match... RBK cost Lethal that opening match. But now Tony Taylor's back out here again. Putting Joe, basically backing him into a corner, making him face the second to none case holder. Oh God! Oh Jesus, like a lawn dart. We saw that last week. Corey checking on Joe. I don't see much coming from Joe after that. That's it. Somebody should come out here and throw the towel in for Joe, and I wouldn't even condemn him for... Look at Wolf Cage slapping him in the back of the head. Who does that? It's like rubbing your dog's face in some poo. This isn't even worth watching. And Tony Taylor's getting on. Wait a minute. Joe coming back. Off the ropes here. And Wolf Cage is down. This might be the opening that he needs. What did Mama say? And Mama said stomp the shit out of Wolf Cage. Thousand up with a senton. There's the cover. Swear to God, if I have to scream any louder, I'm gonna go deaf.
Obama that you have a
Nice little window of offense there from Joe, but it's not enough to keep the Wolf down as he gets up. Joe struggling for some momentum here, some more momentum. We'll see that Wolf Cage getting to his feet slowly. That's the one guy you do not want on his feet. It's devastating blows to the head. Wolf Cage now working on General Joe in the corner here. Oh, God.
Who's winning? Looks like Wolf Cage is winning.
You know, I do have to mention one thing. Wolf Cage becoming the newest Tony Taylor guy. It's probably the best thing that could have happened for him. I mean, this is opening up window after window of opportunity. He's already holding that case. It's only a matter of time before he cashes it in. And I would not be surprised if he upsets. He catches the super kick. Oh, no, 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 no. He's got him up.
Black Lesnar!
Oh, God. That's Jesus.
One more time!
These fans are relentless.
One more time!
Wolf Cage had this match in the bag already. What is he doing? Well, you ask and you shall receive, because he's about to do it one more time. Oh my God. Words cannot describe what I'm watching right now. Tony Taylor put Wolf Cage in this match knowing that there was no possible way that General Joe... I saw that, and so did everybody else. Wolf Cage put in this match knowing that General Joe never even had a chance. My God. We saw this last week with Enigma and Franklin Colt, and I'm seeing a repeat of it tonight between Wolf Cage and General Joe. That's no way to treat a former champion here in the CWA. Well, up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see the former Second City champion, the very first Second City champion. But first, Tony Taylor's going to talk again? Jesus, I thought RBK talked a lot.
Looking at the future Second City champ that just won that match. Great job, Joe. Give General Joe a round of applause. Great job. Speaking of the Second City title, I said it was to be fair and professional and give guys what they deserve. So this next man, because of RBK, never got a rematch for his Second City title. We just ended now. This next man is going to get his rematch right now.
Well, of course, he's referring to the very first Second City champion here in the CWA. He was awarded that belt by CEO RBK after pinning Hellraiser. Now, that was many months ago. Matt Wild recently losing that belt at Maximum Carnage in the cage tonight here. And he's getting his rematch tonight against the new champion, Cornfed Kenny. Well, I gotta say, at least Tony Taylor's being somewhat fair, because I'm sure Matt Wild, along with a lot of other guys in the back, do not expect to get their chance, their time to shine, here in the CWA. We're gonna get the champion out here now. He won that belt last week after Greg Knight and your consultant, consigliere, whatever. I'm sure he's fired now, but Little T put both championship belts on the line last week.
I enjoyed the show so far, Loco.
Well, I think that you're talking about being unfair. RBK going out there during the first match. What do you call that?
Well, I didn't do anything.
Who puts General Joe against two opponents in one night?
He's one of the best wrestlers we got.
So you reward him by...
He's very capable, and he put on a hell of a show. And here's another guy getting his due. Matt Wild deserves a rematch. He's getting that tonight.
Well, against our prestigious Second City Championship, Matt Wild, of course, as I just said, he was the first ever crowned Second City Champion here in the CWA.
We had 3. Well, I had a little trouble getting in the ring there, Loco. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, I did. I mentioned it. I even laughed about it. I mean, I didn't laugh about it. I was laughing at something else totally unrelated going
There was a
on.
lot of people laughing. Hashtag embarrassing. Proud moment for me and my family.
Now,
Oh, Kenny off those ropes.
big boot takes down Matt Wild. Going back in time here, the CWA United States Championship, one of the most prestigious championships here in the CWA. Very highly sought after. And now it's been replaced with the Second City Championship. Matt Wild over like a bag of garbage. Back body drop. Back suplex. I apologize.
Make it split.
We've only seen 3 CWA Second City champions here, as Tony Taylor had pointed out.
Kenny won that belt in last week's End of Days Survivor match.
You're right, kind of a stipulation that blew up in Greg Knight's face.
Little T, I think, was the one who established that stipulation.
Matt Wild using the ropes.
Too many guys in charge right now.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
That will be sorted out. Trust me. One of my goals. We got a consultant. We got a commissioner.
I mean, how can Little T be in charge half the time? Half the time he doesn't even know if he's going to be here.
Well, we just need to get him a working phone. We'll be fine. Oh!
Only a 2 count. Matt Wild trying to capitalize on a fisherman soup bomb.
Could be a short reign.
Some sort of a suplex. The athleticism of Matt Wild as he pulls Cornfed Kenny's neck back. Cornfed doesn't seem like the guy that's going to submit. Although, I had a nice talk with Cornfed earlier. Took some new pictures with his nice shiny new belt.
He told us rednecks like Mexicans. That's racist.
Well, we grew up kind of close to each other, so we have a newfound respect. It's not like I'm Wolf Cage talking to this guy.
That's cute.
Sorry. I know he's your guy and everything.
Well,
Cornfed Kenny told me he gave up the beer. Can you believe it?
No, I did not know that. He does look a little slimmer, I guess. I'm not really sure.
No, he had a nice conversation telling me that he is now going to attend the events sober.
Wow.
Which half of our staff should, myself included.
That's a change that I'm bringing as well.
Oh, well, just for your information, this is Kool-Aid. RBK left it up here. Oh, God. Now that'll wake you up.
On our main event, Mr. Loco, we have Jeff Steeples gonna get his hands on the man who screwed him out of his rematch when he was the CWA champ.
Now, can I imagine you'll be ringside?
I'm gonna be right up here. You know, Steeples doesn't need me to face Art.
So I've been wanting to ask this all night, but you keep running downstairs as Kenny's about to drop a big leg.
That could be it.
Only if you're Hogan. So, is Jeff Steeples and Darren Stryker, are they considered Tony Taylor guys?
You know, I don't need to answer that.
Well, of course you do. You're on the air here. There's people that want to know, damn it. I want to know.
That doesn't matter to me at all.
So what is the secret?
Jeff Steeples and I had a business arrangement. All right, we had a deal. I'm a man of my word. He held up his end of the bargain, eliminating 2 members of Team RBK last week. He was a force in that match, and no one can deny that at all.
Well, no, I've said numerous times, you put together the perfect team. I have to give it to you there.
And now my end of the bargain is to give him what he deserves, and that is a CWA title shot in 2 weeks, January 17th, against the Chi-Town Legend.
You have been boasting all night. You're a man of your word. You do put together a good team. You should put together my fantasy football team next year.
Have I done anything unfair or unprofessional so far this evening?
Well, it's only been 1 day, Tony. It's only a matter of time. You guys rag on RBK all the time about
Dawn of a new era.
RBK's decisions are poor and blah, 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 blah.
It can be done better, Loco. I've been saying that for months.
Well,
end of discussion. Moving on.
Change is good, according to Obama. As Cornfed Kenny struggling to get up.
Matt Wild down. I mean, both these men, Kenny especially, went through hell last week at End of Days.
Oh, he did.
He was the last man eliminated from Team Wild.
And what a moment for Kenny. Trying to retire months ago and then getting the crap kicked out of him by the entity just to come back and stay through it till the end. Oh, God. Well, they don't know who to cheer for here. The new champion, or they're actually kind of getting a little bit more behind Matt Wild. They want things to get wild.
There's definitely some respect between these two men. I don't think Corn-Fed Kenny, I talked to him in the back. He had no problem defending this title tonight. He's a fighting champion.
Well, he's about to take a wild ride here.
Yeah, we can have a new champion. I think Matt Wild would make a fine two-time CWA Second City title holder.
Oh, God!
God, he planted him.
Kind of a
gotta be it.
oddball distiller there. And that is it. And yours.
Corn-Fed Kenny retains. Hell of a showing by Matt Wild. With Corn-Fed Kenny still your Second City champion.
Well, Corn-Fed has proved that he's come back, and he's come back on a vendetta. I don't think that his days with the entity are over. I think deep down in the back of his mind, and I think this is why we're seeing a sober Corn-Fed Kenny. When you're sober, you'll have a better game plan, especially when dealing with those goofballs.
You gotta be on your game against the Dark Entity, absolutely.
Unless you're Michael Andrews and you're playing one of those games that's unbeatable, like a Rubik's Cube. That's a game, isn't it?
Sure, Loco, sure.
Well, we're going to get on with our main event here. Tony Taylor booked us early in the show. We're going to see your CEO in action against former champion, former best in the Midwest, if you want to call him that, Jeff the Machine Gun Steeples. We're going to bring him out here right now.
One of the best on the roster, hands down. Future CWA champ.
Yeah. He's the best fat guy on the roster. He's still a big baby.
He has every right to be upset.
Well, you're giving him what he wants.
We're going to right it wrong. He deserves it.
Well, we're going to see the CEO come out here right now and hopefully not get his ass kicked, because I'm rooting for him. Let's go, RBK! I can't say that this match is fair. RBK's record against Jeff Steeples is not good.
Oh boy. Get the Richter scale roll. God. There's a lot of shuffling going on.
Sorry, we're gonna kick this one off here.
You put me and RBK side by side. Who looks like a CEO?
Well, I'm sure. Well, RBK doesn't wear a shirt and tie often, but
he wears half a shirt.
He would looks like he'd be an overweight Jewish CEO.
That was a big smack.
Two former CWA champions in the ring. RBK trying to get the offense right out the gate here. Oh my God, you can hear the floor shake on that one as Jeff Steeples takes a breather on the outside. What were you saying, Tony? I'm sorry. Jeff Steeples, what? He's the best big guy we got. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, absolutely. He's fine, still on his feet. RBK has these brief flashes of brilliance somehow, somewhere. He pulls it out of his ass somehow. I don't understand.
I've seen hieroglyphics that kind of look like RBK, so perhaps his aggression dates all the way back to the Neanderthals. But then again, you look at Jeff Steeples and...
Well, yeah, RBK keeps saying he's going to unleash the beast. I'm still waiting to see it. Maybe we saw a preview earlier on tonight.
I hope it's not against a woman. Jesus.
Oh, right at the top turnbuckle there.
I still don't know what he means when he says that.
There you go.
Am I losing it?
Oh, and that is why he is championship material right there.
Hiding it on me, huh? Steeples with only a two.
The Kool-Aid? Yes, I'm hiding that on you.
Well, I was told that we all have to drink Tony Taylor's Kool-Aid and we'll all see eye to eye. Or we'll die. One of the...
Loco, have you mentioned the big news for the month?
What's that?
End of the month?
Oh, yeah.
Annual CWA Award Show.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
Who's hosting that?
Well, I'm definitely going to be one of the hosts, and probably the only host is going to be necessary, but I'm sure RBK will try to squeeze his big belly into a tux and show up for that event.
Oh, I would love to see RBK in a tux. That would be great. Oh, come on now. Now that's not cheating, Tony. Who has to do that?
He's got 4 seconds. That's smart in-ring wrestling, Loco. That's why he is a former CWA champion. And a former and future CWA champion.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Jeff Steeples is by far one of the best we've seen here since day one. I mean, his record speaks for itself.
Absolutely. Well, the award show will be our main show, so to speak, for the month of January.
Well, we always look forward to it. I'm looking forward to funniest moment of the year. I heard I'm in one of the categories.
Well, there's a lot of deserving wrestlers back in the back. Some great categories that our fans will be able to vote on.
I heard that you're going to put yourself in the Superstar of the Year or Breakout Star of the Year for the match you had against RBK.
Yeah, I mean, I almost broke a sweat. That almost happened.
How does it feel being 0-1 here in the CWA?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. My place is not in the ring, as I said.
Yeah, you've said that numerous times. We get it. Now, is it because you're scared, Tony?
Oh, I'm not a wrestler, Loco.
Oh my God, RBK with a humongous Samoan drop.
Let's go!
And RBK not looking too good. I think his back went out. It's a shame, RBK. That was the momentum he needed. How are you gonna feel tonight when RBK, if RBK or no?
RBK trying to get the crowd into it.
Steeple's not having that. What are you gonna do if RBK actually pins Jeff Steeples? That can go. Taking Jeff Steeples down again and again with that clothesline to the guts. I don't know why.
I don't care what happens here. Steeples is getting his title shot in 2 weeks.
Well, I'll give you that. I said that earlier. I'll say it again. A deserved title shot.
I don't think he ever got a one-on-one rematch from Eruption. When the Chi-Town legend was a coward and surprised him.
Well, no, he did. That was that nightmare. They couldn't determine who was it because
triple threat.
Well, Joe lost the title to Steeples. He was granted a rematch.
Okay.
Steeples lost it. Come on, Tony.
Here's a little bit of logic. All I'm saying is he deserves a one-on-one shot. Joe deserves a one-on-one shot at that time. Didn't get it because of RBK's poor leadership skills.
RBK shades of Chi-Town here.
We are seeing way too much of RBK right now.
RBK.
The shirt is rising. I hope the shorts aren't falling.
RBK exposing the sourdough loaf he carries above his belt line. That's Jeff Steeples. Look at, come on. And he was on your team. He's crying like a little baby.
It hurts.
How would you know, Mr. My Place is not in the ring?
I can assume.
Does it hurt when you see your men lose?
I thought you were being nice to your boss. What's going on here?
Well, it's this Kool-Aid, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
I get very
You're drinking RBK's Kool-Aid. There you go.
I get very emotional when I'm up in this announcing booth.
You take it very seriously. I can appreciate that.
I'm gonna smash a laptop one day, I'm telling you. Oh God! No!
Yes, yes, yeah! Done! Future champ right there! Future champ!
Come on. That was the winner of Jeff Steeples' knee.
2 weeks, Loco! 2 weeks!
Jeff Steeples capitalizing on that window of opportunity.
This is the era of fairness and professionalism in the CWA. Starting with that man right there. Getting what he deserves, and he will get back what is rightfully his in 2 weeks. Hey, he may not be a Tony Taylor. Shut up, Loco. He may not be a Tony Taylor guy, but he is one of the best the CWA has to offer, and he will be a fighting champion. I love that he's always angry. 2 weeks, future champ, Chi-Town legend is done. I don't care how good Chi-Town is. He chose the wrong side.
Alright, this is not a scene I like to see. RBK struggling to walk to the back. We saw it last week. We're seeing it tonight. I hope I don't have to see it again next week. It's hard to see your friend crippled like that.
I would say the first CWA Extreme of 2015 was one hell of a show with the new leadership being in charge. I would say I did a hell of a job, Loco, and there's not a damn thing anyone can say to prove me otherwise.
Except for Riley O'Doyle.
2 weeks. Jeff Steeples and Chi-Town legend.
Well,
The CWA title.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am Juan Loco, and I've been joined by your new
Director of Wrestling Operations.
I'm gonna have to write that down.
I know that's a lot of words.
Director of Wrestling Operations, Tony the Man Taylor. Welcome to 2015. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week at CWA Extreme.